the jacket says. My name is Hayden and this is the Oilers Zone. Let's start off with some boys basketball action. They went up against Flint Carman Ainsworth to start their week, and it was a very close and exciting game, but Mount Pleasant came out on top with a score of 71-65. The Oilers were led by Jaleel Hogan with 26 points, Anton Kahn with 19, and of course, Aaron Leisure with 15 points. Then they played at Cadillac, and we won again with a score of 64-54. The Oilers were led by Jaleel Hogan, who went 20 and 15, and Anton Kahn put up 25 points. And tonight, they're at Shepherd. Crush those Blue Jays, come on! Now, we're going on to girls basketball, getting off that boys track. For their district game, they played against Bay City Central, and unfortunately, they lost 50-39. But you know, it's okay, because Kaylin Hartman had 9 points, and Whitney Taylor had 8 with 7 rebounds. Fortunately, that's it for the girls basketball season, but they're going to be good next year. And the bowling team is off to States today and tomorrow. Good luck, boys, and get those strikes. Brianna Zimmer, Jack Fleming, and Julian Latowski went to States for ski, and Oilers Zone would like to congratulate them on a great season on the slopes. And lastly, the hockey team played against FNV Griffins earlier this week for the playoffs. They lost 6-3, but you know that's okay, because Colin Lambert, Zach Heagy, and my man Bryce Bowles got the goals.
A role model, a legend, and all-around good guy who's putting out the vibe one day at a time. For this week's top story, we have Jason MacLean, but you may know him as Bubba, the hall monitor and football coach at Mount Pleasant High School. Here's his story.
What was it like being diagnosed with cancer, and how did you feel about it?
Well, being diagnosed with cancer as a 15-year-old sophomore in high school, I mean, it's never a good time. That's probably the worst time it could have happened. I mean, you have so many things going for you scholastically, whether it's academically or athletically, and I mean, it couldn't happen at a worse time for me. I mean, it's never a good time for it to happen, but that was probably the worst time it could have happened for me, just, again, having so many things going on in my life at that time. I mean, how it made me feel was, I guess the first word was anger. I mean, I was upset. Why did this happen to me? Why was this happening to me at this great time in my life where I had come off a great summer in terms of athletics, and I was just really coming into my own as a student, so it made me feel angry. I was able to deal with it, obviously, and move forward.
How long have you been cancer-free?
In April of 2014, I will be 21 years being cancer-free. So that's they say 5 years is the milestone in the industry, so to speak, but the fact that I've hit 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and now 21 years is pretty remarkable. So yeah, 21 years.
Pretty good time.
Yeah.
Is this why you're so encouraged to the students today?
Probably a lot to do with it. Just being here is fun in general. I mean, you see kids from all walks of life, and knowing that no one has a perfect situation, so you try to come here every day with a positive attitude, and you try to take everything you learned in your life and apply that to your everyday interaction with these kids. I mean, do you get along with everybody? No, but at the same time, you try to bring that positive message and that positive vibe in order to, you know, spread throughout the entire student body. So that, to me, is why I come to school every day, as positive as I can, and it makes things a lot easier when kids are positive back.
Yeah.
What did battling cancer teach me? We don't have enough time. Being humble, I guess. I mean, you think that moving forward in your life after that, you've had ups and downs and trials and tribulations that have broken you as an individual, yet you reflect back on your time as being a cancer patient and now a cancer survivor, and it's really made me appreciate the finer things in life and the smaller things in life. I don't sweat as much. I mean, we're all gonna, no matter how old we get in life, we're always gonna stress about little things here and there, but you don't stress as much because of the period of time I had to deal, the 2 years that I had to go through my chemo and such. So, you know, it's taught me to be humble, and it's taught me to be thankful for what I have, because you never know when it can be over. So I live every day like it could be my last. You try to be appreciative of what you have, and being around you guys makes it much more worthwhile of being here.
What sport do you love the most, and why?
Oh, we talked about this earlier. Basketball has always been my passion. Basketball to me was my safe haven growing up and going through my illness. Football, you know, I have a 1 and I have a 1A, and then I like golf too, but football is the ultimate team sport, and one of the things I've learned from Coach McIntyre, both Jason and Ted, is that, you know, football is the ultimate team game. I mean, every single guy needs to be doing their job, as you know, being on the team, in order for us to be successful, and we have been. With basketball, it's, you know, it's more of an individual thing. You do have a team environment, obviously, but you can do more as an individual, and it's just, to me, it's always been more fun to watch, more fun to play, because you can continue to play it throughout your life. You can always go a pickup game of basketball. Football, you can do so much more of it when you're younger. I mean, it's going to stop at some point from a team perspective. The coaching side of things, they're pretty much even as far as basketball and football. There's more strategy involved with football, which I like. Strategy is one of those things that the better coach, the better prepared team may not necessarily always win, but if you're better prepared and you have a better team, then obviously that's going to be the case. So that it's 1 and 1A. If I had to choose between the two to play, it'd be basketball. But yeah, I love them both. My best advice for people is to, thank your parents every day, thank your grandparents, thank the people who care enough to get you to where you are in life. I try to do that as much as possible. I have one grandparent left who's in a foster, or not foster care, but nursing home now, so I try to visit him as often as possible. My mother lives in Florida, so make sure that I thank them every day, my mom and my dad and their spouses, for everything they've done for me in my life. My siblings, all you guys that I've been able to coach. I mean, it's very, very important to keep those relationships going even after you guys get out of high school. So hopefully that answers that question.
How much of an impact do you think you've had on the students in school?
I think it varies. I mean, there's some kids that you have a big impact on just because you're around them so much. I mean, I've got a group of kids, a group of students, both males and females, that I see on a regular basis after school in the weight room. So those are the kids that you probably have more of a handle on, more of an impact on. Other kids that I had a kid come up to me right before Christmas break and say thanks for everything you've done for me, which was really, I haven't had a lot of interaction with that specific student, but that particular person came up to me and said thank you for being here, thank you for doing the things that you do. So that made me feel worth being here every day. I'm still undecided about what I'm going to do moving forward, but being here and having people tell you that, and being around these kids, being around you kids, you young adults who are going to be taking care of me when I'm older, it is definitely worthwhile. I think I've had a positive impact. I mean, there's some kids who probably don't like me, but you can't deal with that. You got to deal with the positive things and move forward.
Me and Bubba, we go way back. Used to call him the bearded lady. And now I realize he's just got a beard. He's really a guy. And Bubba, he's been motivational in my life. He helped me come to all the workouts and get that stuff done and work hard during the off season, because Bubba's a good guy. He didn't get to play high school sports, so it motivates me to play harder.
Bubba is a very sporting man.
Bubba is an inspiration to all athletes. He opens up the weight room mostly every single day, and he texts me on the weekends getting me in there, stuff like that. So he's a good help to this program.
Bubba's very near and dear to my heart, and he was always one of us.
He's a really good motivator, he gets everybody going. He's a really good guy, and I respect him a lot.
If I were to describe Bubba in one word, I'd have to say caring, probably, Every time you come talk to him, you see him in the hallway, he's always asking you how you're doing, asking you about your sports and everything. He's a real caring dude. He's a great guy. He's been through a lot, got a lot of respect for him.
Bubba is just Bubba.
The football team wouldn't be the same without Bubba. He has a cool beard.
He's a real nice guy.
When I think of Bubba MacLean, I think of hardworking. He knows what it takes. He's got the heart of an Oiler. And he just cares about everyone, and he's a very nice guy. Happy to have him around. Leads blue and gold.
I think Bubba helped a lot just being around in the weight room, just helped me get big.
What an inspiring story from Bubba. This has been the Oilers Zone. Until next time, stay in the zone.
Follow Oilers Zone on Twitter @OilersZone. Subscribe, like, and comment on our videos at youtube.com/OilersZoneTro. Also, like our page on Facebook at facebook.com/OilersZone. Check out our new Instagram page @OilersZone. Thank you.
Yeah.